Well, everybody, thanks for jumping on the call today. This is going to be about email domain authentication. And what's going on is starting February 1st, Google and I heard yesterday, Yahoo is going to implement 3 basic controls for anybody sending mass email. While this doesn't directly impact most insurance agencies, one of the parts of that will impact you, and that's the domain authentication. The other 2 things Google and Yahoo are going to be looking for, besides the domain authentication, is an easy way to unsubscribe from your emails. So you should be putting in and making sure in your CRM, any automated emails should always include a way to unsubscribe and not go click a button. So I've seen a lot of products that did this, and everybody's changing their protocols. Is, hey, go click here and go tell us what. They want 1-click unsubscribe buttons in all of your marketing emails. That's going to be a hard thing. Everybody's going to have to implement that. Nobody wants it, and as a marketer, nobody wants it. Hey, Bryce, thanks for joining. The other is spam monitoring. Google is going to start looking for a less than 0.3% spam rating in the Google Postmasters tool. So if you have one already, go log into your main, workspace account. If you're using Google Workspace, or your Google account, if you use Microsoft Office, you can still set up a Workspace Postmaster account. And it's going to monitor, and they're going to be looking for a less than 0.3% spam rating in Postmaster tools. Most businesses, if you're following all the other rules, you'll be okay. For one of my companies, we're sending out, even from our cold email, we're still managing to have a less than 0.1% spam rate. So it's people. Google looks at them and then they go, oh, well, and they'll actually investigate your domain. They'll go look at the email that the report was sent from, and they'll actually determine. A lot of it's humans. So it's not just automated and AI stuff. They're actually looking at those spam reports and cherry picking them and looking at them. So you're going to get some spam reports. It's expected. Even most of I'm marketing operations for a better agency. Every 2 weeks, I send out a release notes email to our customers only. And there's no market. It's just a release notes email. I get 1 subscribe every single time I send it out. And I'll get one spam report every single time. It's going to happen. Some people are just like that. And there's some automated systems like Norton and stuff that actually hit those buttons. And so you see a lot of false positives on those. But let's get into the main reason everybody's here. Email domain authentication. What that means is Google is looking to make sure that you have 3 main things set up. Your SPF. I don't even know what these acronyms mean. I forgot. I learned them at one time, but there's 3 main ones that they're looking for. Your SPF, your DKIM, and your DMARC. These are 3 DNS settings that you will need to put on your domain. And usually you get 2 of them from your email service provider. So if you're a Google Workspace, if you're using Google Workspace, or you're using Microsoft Office or Office 365, you will get those 2, the SPF and the DKIM from them. DMARC you can set up using a third-party tool, and I'll show you guys what tool I use to do that. But first, I'm gonna go show you what mine looks like, and then Jason, sorry, since you're the only non-insurance agent and you have the most errors, I'm gonna show Jason's of what the bad ones look like. So sorry, Jason, I'm just gonna pick on you. So let me get my screen sharing going. Let's share this whole window. So the first tool I'm recommending everybody use to check your SPF and your DMARC settings is called the MX Toolbox. When we get done with this call, I'll send an email with all the links and everything else. And I'm actually working on a page where these tools embedded on a page. So maybe I'll just wrap that up and send that out instead. What you're going to do is you're going to come to MX Toolbox, just click on the super tool and type in your domain to get started. Click the MX lookup. This is just doing your MX. This is, you know, very, very basic minimum. Most of your systems are already set up and correctly set up by your email service providers. You're going to click this drop down and you're going to select SPF record lookup. And if you see a green box, you're good to go. That means your SPF is set up correctly. One of the errors that I often see, especially with Google Workspace and Google Domain accounts, is you will have multiple SPF records. So there'll be two versions, and there'll be two pink boxes here. You can only have one SPF record. What I see happening is Google Domain users are automatically getting their Google Workspace stuff added, and then so they go to sign up for a product like Better Agency or another email marketing tool like ActiveCampaign or SendFox, and they'll get another SPF record added in their DNS, and that's a problem. I'm working on the solution to fix that for people. I haven't solved it yet, but I've got somebody, a consultant working with that's going to help me figure that out. The next is DMARC. You're going to look, and DMARC is it's relatively new in the email world, but it's basically just a thing to help prevent. All of this is meant to help prevent spoofing. So when other people trying to use your domain. So what you're going to look for here is, again, a green box. Okay, I have the big thing, what they're looking for is that you have a DMARC record and it's valid. That's all we're worried about here. Next, we're going to go over to a company called Easy DMARC. They have I used theirs for checking DKIM because it's just easier to use. MX Toolbox is a little more complicated. You have to know all the selectors, the technical stuff, but you can just come in here, type in your domain, select detect all selectors, and hit check DKIM. Again, and you're just looking to make sure one exists. Mine exists. So that's what a good one looks like. So I'm going to go grab Jason's domain. I'm going to go back to here. It's like SPF record lookup. SPF record does not exist. That's a big one. So starting by the end of next month, Jason will not be able to send emails to Google and Yahoo users. That's something hasn't been spoken about a lot lately, but Google is going to start enforcing sending emails to Gmail users from anybody have a required SPF record. And it's not just they're going to send you the spam. It will not be delivered, and you will get an error message when you try to send those people an email. DMARC, this is no DMARC record published. And then has DKIM. And no records published. So let's set some up. Let me get some other, while I'm getting that stuff up, do you guys have any questions? You can chat in if you don't want to jump on voice.
And Nick, it's James. So when you said that starting in February, those emails just are not going to go out, is that any automated email or just anything that we're sending from our domain?
Any email. Let me find, I was working with an agent last week, and let me find the error he got. So it turns out because it did not pass SPF. Because Gmail requires all senders to have either an SPF or DKIM authentication set up. He had neither one set up. And he has been sending emails fine for years. Like, it's not something that he just didn't. So Google is going to be, and they're not enforcing it across the board yet. It's something they're rolling out slowly. But if your SPF or DKIM are not set up, you won't be able to send email to those users, to Gmail or users. Now, don't be confused. It will, and it's weird about how they're doing it. Gmail and Google Workspace are two separate entities in the email system. So you'd actually probably be able, but it needs to be set up for everybody. Every email account or every email domain has to have it. So let me get the right screen open. On where you can find those. Now, I'm going to show you Workspace because it's what I have the most experience with. Office 365 is very similar as far as like the DKIM. All right. That's not the right screen. So from your Google Workspace, you're going to go to Apps, Google Workspace, Gmail. And you're going to come down to DK Authenticate Emails, and you're going to get this. What you will do with that is actually copy this information and go into your domain DNS settings. And they're all pretty similar. Again, I will show you mine. I use Namecheap for all my domain stuff. Let me get the right one. So what you would do is you would copy that text name record. Text, TXT. You can see I've got a couple others in there right now. So, but that is mine right there. That's, and you'd hit this save box, and that would be it. That's your process for DMARC or DK. I'm sorry. DMARC would be very similar, but you're going to use a third-party that easy DMARC tool that let me share my whole window, I guess. You go into Easy DMARC, select Products, and DMARC Record Generator. Sorry, generator, not checker. Type in your domain. You're gonna, and if you're not using, once everything's set up and you can use the reject policy type or the quarantine policy type. In here, I don't like setting up multiple aliases and everything else. So, and since I use Google Workspace, you can use this trick to create extra aliases for yourself. You can go Nick. So my email is nick@nickberry.co, but I can, as you can see there, the preview, I can add a plus and then that creates an alias. So every time this report comes through or there's an issue, it goes to that alias, and I've set up a filter in Google Workspace to send those emails to that. Subdomain policy, reject, because you don't want to be sending emails from subdomains. SPF, we want it to be strict. DKIM, strict. On the reporting interval, this is in seconds, so I add like 4 nines before it because I don't need these reports all that often. You can leave the applied to at 100%, and then same thing, failure reports go to that same alias. And you can leave the failure reporting options on that 1. Oh, yeah. In here, and we're going to go back to the DNS settings. You're going to see, you're going to go create a text record. You're going to put in underscore DMARC, and you're going to paste. You're going to copy this and paste this and set and hit save. You can leave the time, the TTL on automatic. And that is how to set those records in your DNS settings. Is that clear as mud for everybody? Now, the SPF, your domain provider will typically give you those. But if that's kind of a pain in the ass too, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I'll show you mine so you can kind of. This one right here are my SPF. So if you're using, and I don't remember, it's been so long since I've done the technical side of what those mean. But this is just telling them, hey, this is an SPF record 1. Include, and which means these are domains that you will be sending emails from. And then I don't even know why I didn't set that one to automatic, but it can be whatever you want basically. But that's the SPF stuff. Questions, comments? Anybody needed a little help while we're sitting here? Like I said, I did. Everybody who registered ahead of time, I went and I did do an audit of everybody's domains that registered. I will send you notes of what I found on the audit. For the most part, most everybody, their SPF is correct. What I see the most of is your DKIM missing and your DMARC missing. Those are the 2 main, and they're really, like I showed you, they're pretty simple to set up. I will include, when I send the email out, everybody will get a one-on-one email with their notes and a quick video of how to set those up.
Be a pretty dumb question, Nick, but if we get this stuff set up and then we rerun the check on those sites that you're showing, does that update kind of in real time? Like, would that? No,
DNS settings have to propagate. Best case scenario, a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, once DNS is just DNS is so, like, I don't even know how to describe. It's basically a big database that just gets distributed across the world, and it goes out when it goes out. So sometimes it's like when you buy a domain, you have to wait 3 hours to do anything, like go put a website on it or do anything else. Just the DNS date, the domain name, I don't even remember what the S is for, has to propagate to all the servers in the world.
So we go and we update our, like, I'm missing the DKIM and the DMARC. So if I update those today on my domain, then check it tomorrow, I should be getting greens. If not, then there's an issue with what we did or what I did. Okay.
Yeah, and that these tools will show you what the error is too. Let me go find one that I know had an error. He's not here, so I'll pick on him. It was an SPF record that it was a problem. So he had multiple records in there. And why this is one of the ones I'm working on solving, because this is the top one is coming from his Google domain account. It's an auto-generated SPF record that I don't know. There's some other things attached to it, so I can't delete it, just flat out delete it. And then this is his main email one. So this is the one that should exist. This bottom one, this top one has to be removed. But that's the main one I see on the errors on the SPF. Oh, there was one agency I checked, their record type was wrong, stuff like that. It's just, but the main one, most of these, all three of these, they are going to be TXT record types. And then like Google Workspace and Office 365 will give you the domain, the host name, and Google's was Google's like domain.key. Yeah, Google._domain key. I can't remember what Office 365 is, but it's something very similar to that. That was a good question. Thanks, Jason or James. Anybody want some help walking through getting theirs set up?
I guess I could be the guinea pig and you can walk through mine.
All right. You should be able to share your screen.
Oh, let me cancel out close my phone system out. All right. All right, let me know if you can see that.
Yep. Go ahead and click Generate New Record.
Okay.
2048 and Google, that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead, generate. You may have to hit refresh for that. There you go.
Okay.
Now go ahead and open up your domain profile.
We use Google Workspace.
Okay.
So yeah, where is that located?
Oh, you use Google Domains, so you're going to want to open up it. Go into that domains. Find that.
Where would this be?
Go ahead and click back. That was the screen you want to be on. Or
This one right here.
Yeah. So go ahead and find the domain that you're.
So it's down here.
Oh. Okay.
Domains with Google Workspace.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. That's All right. There's a domain system. Go up.
Type in domains.
Yeah. Yep.
Which one do you like?
Manage domains. Oh man, I have a love-hate relationship with Google's domain system. Oh, go ahead and click back. So under that search box, there's domains. You click on domains.
I can do manage.
Yep, there you go.
Click that one.
Yep.
That's the same place.
It's the same screen. What the heck?
Yeah.
Google sell their domain management to Squarespace?
If you've been transferred over yet. If it's still showing in here, it's still showing in here. I've learned that with another account, another company. Yeah, this is under email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What the heck? Let me check up the help desk.
If you go domains.google.com, it'll take you there.
So that's what I did. And I did see this.
Yeah, click on manage domains up in the top right.
And that's what took me here as well. So that's where it is at the bottom. Domains managed with Google Workspace. I can try.
Oh, type sorry, in that workspace, just type in DNS.
DNS.
Yep. Oh, nope, that's DKIM.
I wonder if I need to get a new domain from Squarespace.
Nope. Like I love Workspace's like email system, but I hate this domain thing.
I don't want to take up everybody's time if
Yeah.
we need to move on to somebody else.
Anybody else want to?
If people want to see, you can always go for mine, since I'm the worst one here.
Okay, so Jason, what are you using for your email?
Gmail.
Workspace?
Yeah, Workspace,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So yours is going to be pretty simple as far as the SPF. I'm going to paste what you'll need in there into the chat. So go ahead and open up your DNS settings.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Yep. Or just share your. Go ahead and share your DNS. Open up your DNS, your domain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already
So,
there.
See, that's funny. You have your.
I just put it in while
okay.
while you've been talking.
All right. So the host is just be at, and then I just paste it. Yep. Just don't put the value, just the V.
Got it.
Delete and that colon and the space, and now hit the save, and that's that. So in about an hour, you'll go check those sites, and those two things, and the DMARC, the same thing. Just use the easy DMARC generator and paste that in, and that's as easy as that.
Easy DMARC.
DMARC.com. Select product, go to products. and then select the DMARC generator. You know, it's funny enough, when I was looking for a job a couple years ago, I was like, maybe I'll do technical stuff for creative agencies instead of insurance.
What did you say for subdomain policy? I forget.
Reject for everything. Yeah, and then strict for the SPF and DKIM alignment. Now, here's the warning on that. If you go set up, say, like SendFox or some other third-party mass email tool, make sure your SPF is done first.
Right.
So go make sure that gets done, and then the reporting interval, add 4 9s at the beginning of that. I would also add a report sent to, put the plus DMARC after your first name for both reports.
It's like that.
Yeah.
This
Same
one
thing.
too.
Yep. Now on the policy type, go ahead and click reject underneath the domain.
Here. Oh, got it.
Yep. Now hit generate.
Just gonna take a screenshot. Okay.
And copy that. TXT underscore DMARC is for the host. Make sure it's underscore. Yeah, underscore DMARC. It's with a C, not with a K.
Thank you.
And in about 2 to 3 hours, all that'll propagate and you won't have those errors anymore.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anybody else? Michael. I'll change in my spreadsheet too. Well, if nobody else wants to be a guinea pig or wants me to walk you through, I think we can wrap this call up. And like I said, I will send a recording out to everybody, and then this afternoon I'll go through the list and I'll send you the DNS audit that I did for your domain.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for joining, James.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks,
Nick. Appreciate it.
See ya. Everybody have a good afternoon.